Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you need to know right now. It's a general reading. It could be past, present, or future. We're just going to see what the message is. Okay, I hope the AC in the background is not too loud, but it's hot today. It's very, very hot today. So let's see what's going on. What is the message right now, Spirit? What does everyone need to know in the collective? What is going on? The Ace of Swords. The Star. Okay. Judgment and the Seven of Cups. That is very interesting. That someone's judgment has to do with being confused. It's like the star is here, okay? So there's a star here, somebody that is inspirational, a light worker, somebody that's come to make a difference, okay? Shine in their own kind of way. There's a truth here. But someone's judgment is confusion, fantasy, illusion. Or this could have to do with like bending reality, okay? Maybe something about like a fantasy, like creating a fantasy, creating illusion, like bending reality in some sort of way. Let's see what this is about. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Or you have the, like, you can call judgment on a situation because you're the star. I don't know. This is giving me like an ability of some sorts. What's the Ace of Swords? The Nine of Cups. Happiness, wish fulfillment, feeling good about yourself. The Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like the ability to cause confusion or to stop people from seeing the truth about something. But it's giving me more like a fog. Like you might have some sort of an ability where you are the only person in the room that knows the truth about something and everyone else is confused. But that's judgment because you're like bending reality at your own will. Okay, I don't know, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, what's a star? The moon, I'm telling you, the moon comes out and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, but we'll have to see if the Seven of Swords is like someone else that's being deceptive, manipulative in the moon energy. This could even have something to do with confusing your enemies, all right? Or it's like, so something goes two ways here. So if there's someone that is in your energy that's trying to create confusion or they're trying to be manipulative, deceptive behind the scenes, you have some sort of an ability where you can counteract that by creating your own illusion. So it's kind of like beating someone at their own game, right? So if somebody is being deceptive, manipulative, and trying to hide things, you have this ability where you can beat them at their own game by creating confusion and illusion over them. So it's like they're trying to do something in the moon energy, but you are creating the moon. You are creating even more fog, veil, moon energy over them. So it's almost like getting them stuck in their own confusion. Like while they're creating confusion, you're creating even more confusion, which gets them stuck. I'm seeing it like a layer, okay? It's like layers here. Like they're on the ground floor here. They have created this layer of illusion and veil in confusion. And you are creating another layer of confusion and illusion on top of them. So it's like they're getting stuck underneath your confusion. They can't like dig their way out, if you get what I'm saying. It's like they're trying to dig their way out of their own confusion, but then they hit your layer that you've created, and it's like they can't dig themselves out of it because it's not of their own making. They're not the ones that created the confusion and the illusion. You did. So now they're like, instead of trying to dig themselves out of one layer, it's two layers, but yours is a lot thicker, okay? That's what this feels like. What's the Seven of Cups? The King of Wands, all right? So we have a King of Wands here that could be the one creating this layer of confusion here. And a King of Pentacles. Okay, or a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands were also stuck in the confusion. Everybody gets stuck, all right? Or there's people that are stuck in, like, there's multiple layers here. So it's kind of like, the question is like, where is someone stuck? In which layer of the illusion? Because I feel like only the star sees the truth about everything. So only you are standing on the roof of the house looking down and seeing everybody kind of trapped in a little bit of illusion here, all right? I don't know, that's how it feels though. What's Judgment? The King of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. This has to do with the King of Swords taking some sort of action. Okay, I'm seeing something else here. It's like gum on the shoe. That's what I keep seeing. Like somebody has gum on their shoe and they're like trying to get their foot out of the gum, but it's like every time they lift their foot up, it like sticks to them. It's like this long glue, you know, kind of a thing. And then they try to take a step forward and they get stuck in the next piece of glue. So it's like they're like, or gum on the floor. Oh, this is very interesting. What a weird reading. Okay. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords, please. The truth. I'm not kidding. I can't believe this. Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Confusion and illusion and fantasy. There is someone here, and it looks to be a Queen of Swords that knows the truth, yet they are creating an entire layer of confusion, delusion, and fantasy on top of something, okay? But the Queen of Swords knows the truth. Death, okay, and it has to do with a permanent ending here. A permanent ending. The Ten of Swords, Death, the Ten of Swords, and the Lovers. This could have to do with some sort of an unaliving, okay? I mean, Death and the Ten of Swords, when they come out next to each other, for me, that is like murder, okay? I don't know. And the Lovers. Why is that here? Engagement ring. Paradise and not today. Avoiding a conversation, call person, not dealing with someone. Happiness, paradise. Creating an illusion of avoiding someone, not dealing with someone, being hurt, but also enjoying each other, being happy. What is that about? This is like Inception. Man, I watched that movie so long ago that I can't even really remember. All I remember is like a reality inside of a reality inside of a reality, right? And something about trying to break out of the realities. Something about that. Oh, I don't know. A woman in the reverse. Give me one more, please. Incense burner, a veil, fog. Okay, this card has like incense on it, right? So there's something here with it being like a fog. There's a fog, there's a veil around something, okay? And it seems to be a woman in reverse, or it's an illusion, or something that's set up in a way where this person is trying to create an illusion. They're trying to create fog. They're trying to get away with something. So Spirit is like creating an even bigger illusion around them, or a bigger fog around them, to trap them in their own confusion. So every time they think that they're getting out of something, they pop their head up out of like the layer, and then their head is in fog again. They're like, how did I get here? It's even more confusing. It's like, yeah, because it's not their confusion that's causing it. It's yours. It's yours. You're creating a bubble around their bubble. So every time they think they're breaking out, they end up in more confusion. And then they get confused and they don't know what's going on. And they're like, this way, that way, this way, that way. So then they make even more mistakes. They try to cover themselves in more illusion. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a whole bubble of fog around this person. But it's super intentional is what I'm getting, okay? So tell me more about that. Something about a relationship maybe. Okay, the past. Something in the past. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, people working together in the past. So everybody's just getting collectively confused right now. Magician and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody that is using magic, or I don't think you're using magic. It's more like illusion, okay? You're bending reality at your own will right now, okay? The Ace of Cups. But with the Ace of Cups being here, I feel like this has to do with intention, right? So you're not creating a confusing bubble out of malice or out of bad intention. You're doing it out of good intention for the good of people, for the good of yourself, and for the good of humanity, okay? And it seems to have something to do with this woman in reverse here that needs to be trapped in a bubble of confusion, okay? So, right. Tell me more about the star, please. Oh, shining too bright. Okay, so what they don't, okay. So something about how they could have tried to cover the star, which would be you in this situation, in this like you know how sometimes you can take like when you're blowing soap bubbles, right? Like some people will blow, like if you have a vape pen, okay, they'll like blow the vape pen into the smoke bubble, and then when the smoke, or not the smoke, the soap bubble pops, there's this white smoke that comes out of it. That's how I'm seeing it, okay? Like a soap bubble around this person, and inside is like the white smoke or whatever, right? So these people could have tried to put you in a soap bubble with this fog around it, but you're the star, so you're shining way too bright. Like there's a light that is like, it cannot be put in the smoke bubble, all right? I don't know, that's what I'm getting though. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay, it's got to do with money. The star comes out again. The star on top of the star. Yeah, you are shining way too bright. Like something about your light is just luminous, all right? Playing them like a fiddle. Like this person in here is like, you're playing these people like a fiddle right now, okay? You're playing them like a fiddle, and it has to do with you beating them at their own game, which is confusion, illusion, and not being able to see anything clearly, okay? That's what this gives me. So tell me more about the star. Hammer, that's the plan. Working on it repetitively. Yeah, persistently working on it. So as they try and create a soap bubble with smoke in it, you're out here creating an even bigger one around them, okay? And as they do it, you do it. They do it, you do it. It's just like a, I don't know. That's what I'm getting though. I hope this makes sense. It doesn't, it's a snake, because this person is a snake. That's why. Because it's the only way to catch this snake, okay? This woman in reverse here. Stars in reverse, they are not a star. They think that they are, but they're not. Or maybe they know that they're not, but they know that you are, okay? And that's what bothers them, this snake. They're not the star. They don't have that same light. No, they don't have the same light that you do. They're trying to follow you through the soap bubbles. Because your light is so bright. They're trying to follow you through the soap bubble. But then, I don't know why Spirit's giving me this weird visual this morning, okay? But it's like, you're You're the star light in the soap bubble. And you're, like I said, you're very, very bright. So they're like trying to come towards you, the star, because they see your light. So they're trying to get to you. But as they try and get to you, all of a sudden they're enveloped in this white fog, because you are like moving farther and farther away. But as you're moving farther away, you're creating more soap bubbles around them. So they're like trying to follow you out. But every time they do, you create another soap bubble around them to keep them trapped in the illusion, in their own confusion. Because they don't have that starlight. They don't have that light that's going to get them out. They can only follow your light out, but you keep moving farther away. Does that make sense? I know that sounds really weird, but that's what I'm getting. So what's the Seven of Swords? The Moon. The Eight of Cups in reverse. They can't get out of it. They can't find the way out. They're trying to find the way out. There's no way out. Okay, so that's why they keep following your light. But like I said, as they do that, yours moves farther away because you're creating another bubble. The Queen of Wands. Okay. So it looks like the Queen of Wands is the one that's not finding the way out here. Eight of Cups reverse. They keep trying. So Queen of Wands is this woman in reverse here, this snake. Okay. Queen of Wands is a snake. Can't find their way out of the soap bubble here. Along with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so now we have two women in the reverse here. Two women in the reverse that are both snakes. Yeah, so they must be really confused, right? It's like they're the ones that made the first soap bubble around you. But they actually made it around themselves. They didn't make a soap bubble around you. They made it around themselves. And now they are so confused trying to find their way out, right? But so much fog everywhere. So tell me about the Seven of Cups with the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Or these are the same people again. We have a King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Strength. Strength and protection. What? These are the muscle men. No, Strength, Knight of Wands, and Nine of Wands. These are the muscle men here. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Okay, we got some strong men here, holding it down, protecting something. But why are they here with the Seven of Cups? These are like the strong soldiers, you know. Knight of Wands, like a soldier, somebody that, you know, gets on that horse and goes and rides out, right? And Strength, Nine of Wands, protector, fierce warrior energy here. So we got some fierce warriors, King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. But why are they confused? I'm telling you, riders, they are on the horse. This is the cavalry right here, okay? King of Wands, King of Pentacles, that is the cavalry on the horses. Strong knights. Yeah, these are the soldiers on the horse. Okay, so why are they confused though? Tree. Because of a seed that got planted, right? The clover, the circus, the game. Okay, so it's like, yeah, the soap bubble. So it's like these two men got caught in the soap bubble. And then all of a sudden they're in the soap bubble like, how the hell did we get in here? Okay, what's going on in here? We can't see anything. Right. Boat, receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on. Yeah, something about moving forward, trying to find the way out, trying to move something forward. Boat. Wedding rings. An eternal soul connection. Ah, that's like giving me that star energy again, right? It's like, this is so weird. Hold on, am I getting this correctly with the star? A ship and a cross. Sailing across. Sailing across a boat in the ship on the water, sailing across something. But someone has the tie on the boat. Okay, so it's like there's two men here, all right? And they seem to be the strong warrior men that are sent by the divine in some sort of way, okay? The cavalry. They are also sitting in this soap bubble in the fog, but they're sitting together in a boat is what it looks like. And there's like a string tied to their boat and to you, the star, okay? So it's almost like I'm seeing it like this. Soap bubble. Two women are trying to get out of the soap bubble that is covered in fog. They don't have the string though. They don't have a ship. They don't have a boat. They're just like kind of like flailing around trying to figure things out, okay? But remember my example that I just said where every time they try to get out of the illusion, you move farther away. They're trying to follow the star. But every time you move farther away, more smoke is created, so they can't find their way out. But you, the star, you have like a soul tie or something connecting to this boat over here with these strong men in it, okay? Whatever that is. So as you move farther away and create another bubble, that string is pulling the men through the fog along. Does that make sense? You're helping them sail across by pulling them along with you when you move back and create more fog. So does that make sense? I don't know what I'm getting here. This is a crazy analogy, but that's how I'm seeing it. Okay, so even if they feel like they're confused, they're actually being pulled through by a force, by a different force, because it's like happening at the same time. As you move back, they pull forward because their boat is attached to you. Okay. All right then. So it's almost like they don't even have to worry about what you're doing because they're getting pulled along with you anyways, and as they get pulled through, they'll see what's going on eventually. Okay. Because the point of it isn't to get them stuck in the illusion. The point is to get this Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles stuck in the illusion. But if everybody's in the bubble, then it's like you cannot get rid of the bubble because that's what's trapping these snakes. Confirmation. You can't burst the bubble. They have to stay in the illusion. They have to stay in it. And we have to and you, the star, have to keep creating more rings around it, so everybody else just kind of has to get pulled through. All right. What's Judgment? Chariot in reverse. Yeah, the judgment for someone here is that they do not get out of this, that they do not get in the boat, and it's a King of Swords. Okay, so there's something important here about the boat is what I'm getting. There is a boat that is getting pulled through the illusion by this string that you have, all right? Helping you sail through something, sail through the veil. Judgment, though, is that this King of Swords, whoever they are, they do not get to go on the boat. This is not their boat. They are not allowed on the boat. Only two people, King of Wands and King of Pentacles, are allowed in the boat to be carried through the illusion. It's very important that this person, King of Swords, does not get on the boat. Their judgment is to be stuck in the illusion with Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, snakes. Okay, that's where they belong. That's where they belong, in the illusion. Not on the boat. They're not allowed on the boat. Okay? Let's see. Tell me more about that. The Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's like there's limited capacity here for something, or they're going to try and hold on to something, get something in their control, in their possession, or they're going to try and take the boat under their control. It could be that as well. So you have to be careful about who you let on the boat, right? Because This King of Swords kind of looks like someone that if they get on that boat, if they get it in their possession and somehow, they will kick the King of Wands, King of Pentacles, strong cavalrymen off the boat, and they will try and take it over. Okay? But that's the boat out of the confusion. Tower. Yeah. Yeah. It's really important that there's like it's like a life raft. All right, there's a life raft strapped to a star. Okay, they cannot get on that boat. They cannot get in. It's so important that they do not get on the boat. I don't know what that means. No way. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, because they're gonna try and blow it up. All right. No, they're gonna try and burst the bubble. They're gonna try and burst the illusion bubble that you've been creating here. They're going to try and burst the bubbles in some sort of way. What does this even mean, Spirit? Talking in riddles again today. The Four of Swords. It means that something has to stay very, very quiet. You can't tell this person anything. You can't tell them something. You have to keep something to yourself. This person can't know about something. The King of Cups. A King of Cups needs to stay quiet. Not tell something to someone. Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a bunch of men here. Okay, King of Swords. Something is really important that there's a King of Cups, a King of Wands, a King of Pentacles. They all seem to be on the same side to something. And they all need to be very quiet. Like, don't tell somebody anything. This King of Swords, they can't even know about the boat. Because if they know about this boat through the illusion, then they're gonna try and get on it. The Three of Swords, and it's gonna end in heartbreak and betrayal. Yeah, somebody cannot get on the boat. Seven of Wands, you got to keep this person out of something, all the way out of something. 10 of Wands, the Two of Wands, it has to do with a choice surrounding an item, something of value, a gift, a blessing, some sort of evidence. If this person even gets the chance of like getting near something, they're gonna like come around it like this boa constrictor or this snake or whatever it is. Yeah, they are a snake. Oy, excuse me. Okay, they're gonna try and take something over. It's really important that this person does not get near something at all. I don't know what this is, but I hope it makes sense. Tell me more about that. Unexpected income. Yeah, giving and receiving something. 27. Giving and receiving something. Unexpected income. Despair in reverse. This person does not have any kind of morals, values. They don't have any kind of empathy, remorse, guilt for something. They don't feel bad about some sort of money that they got, some sort of money they received. They don't feel bad about this. They don't have a conscience. This person doesn't have a conscience, okay? They don't want somebody to look into something, or there's something here that you can't see through. Watching, looking, stalking, perception. Seeing through something. Having sunglasses on. Some sort of documents, maybe. Pictures, screenshots, documents. Or this is not the same person that looked at photographs. It's someone else. It's someone different. This is not the person that saw the photographs. This is not the person that saw documents. Okay, not that person. Then who are they? There's somebody who made a choice. Somebody has a choice to make. Healthy choices. What do you mean? Or somebody has to make a choice about who gets on the boat, or who... No, it's not about who gets on the boat. It's about, so I feel like the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, they're realizing now they're sitting in a boat out of something. Even if they are in the illusion energy, they're still sitting in the boat. And it's kind of like the boat is hidden as well. I don't know if this is a choice around like, so who gets to know that the boat even exists? You know what I mean? It's like, who are we going to tell about this boat that exists out of the illusion? Okay, because it's like, if these are like the cavalry, these are like strong, manly men, okay? They're coming out as warrior spirits, warrior fighters, okay? Strength, strong, protective, fighting energy, go-getters, soldiers, okay? That's how they're coming out. It's like they're thinking about who gets to be in the team, okay? I don't know. I don't think it's the King of Swords, though. The Sun, not the King of Swords. I don't know who the King of Swords is, but Spirit says not them. Mountain and Stork. Because of a huge obstacle here, when it comes to somebody giving to someone a stork. Sharing. The obstacle when it comes to sharing, giving, nurturing, caring. Yeah, you have someone has a choice to make. Empress energy. Someone here has to make a choice. Someone here has to make a choice coming up. Okay, so, all right, do you have some advice then for whoever this person is making a choice? Doing something alone. 9 of Pentacles. The 3 of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, a Queen of Wands who's a friend, bestie energy, okay? Now, I don't know if this is the same Queen of Wands as the snake or if this is a different Queen of Wands. I don't know. But something about a friend. The 2 of Cups. Bestie, okay? Is a bestie around. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. That's bestie energy. The 5 of Swords. Somebody is being manipulative, backstabbing, conniving, all right? Trying to hold on to something, trying to hold on to control. Who is this Queen of Wands? Be lighthearted, finding out the truth is coming to light about a breakup, a separation, somebody getting cut out of something. Somebody that got cut off, cut out of something. The silent treatment, love. Love, a mirror. Relationships reflect our wounds. The Queen of Wands is someone who is a mirror to you. Love. They're mirroring something that you're going through in love or that you went through in love. A breakup. That's bestie, okay? Bestie is someone who's going through the same thing, all right? Or went through the same thing as you in some sort of way. In a relationship, maybe. Somebody who's sad, going through a separation, dealing with a runner. Someone who has a fear of intimacy. Someone who's in their ego. Okay. Somebody who's dealing with a karmic relationship. Triggers turmoil and resentment. Okay, so someone who's in a bad relationship, someone who's going through a breakup, something being over with someone, yeah, meeting and conversing with a friend. About staying positive, keeping a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want. So wait a minute, is this a current person then here? Okay, somebody who's going through the same thing as you or something similar. Who is this Queen of Wands? I'm not sure that the Queen of Wands here is the same one as the snake. No, this is somebody that... Some sort of communication about a ring. Somebody that said something about a ring. in the past. I feel like if you're the Queen of Wands, you're going to know that this is you, all right? Or this is about you. It has to do with what somebody said in the past with a ring because of something similar that happened in a relationship. So it's like somebody that can identify with you because they've been through something similar, or they kind of know how you're feeling because they are mirroring something in a relationship, okay? Birds. Something about people talking a lot. Mice, a friend. MS, SM, MS, SM. Those letters could be important. F. I don't know. Okay. Something about this person. Why they're coming out, I don't know. Maybe they just needed a shout out or something. Okay. Some sort of a choice here. Okay, but let's come back to this King of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Wands here. They got to make a choice with this King of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody here needs to get cut off and left out in the cold. They are not welcome on the boat. All right? No. Somebody's not allowed on the boat. Five of Cups, Six of Wands. This could be somebody that is claiming that they are so sorry and they're in so much regret and they're really, really sorry for everything that they did and they want to help the team to victory. No, I'm sorry. I don't feel it. I mean, I feel like they could be sorry, but it's like 55. I don't know. I feel like Spirit's like, nah, that guy's not a good choice, or that person's not a good choice. I don't know if they can fully be trusted in a situation. The Tower, no, they can't. I'm sorry, they're gonna blow it up. They're gonna try and pop the bubble. No. This is a situation where this is not. You can't let any moles on the ship out. You know, like if you're sitting in the boat that's gonna carry you out of something, there can't be rats on that boat. And I don't know if that's kind of the question right now is like, should we take the rat in with us and see if they're a rat? No, because they're going to pop the bubble. They're going to pop all of the smoke bubbles that are being created right now to get these people caught in the smoke bubble. And they need to be in the smoke bubble and not on the boat out. Does that make sense? I don't know. The Tower. The High Priestess. Okay, so for someone here, yeah, Four Swords. Shh. Don't tell anyone, okay? The High Priestess. Something, yeah, the Hierophant. Something needs to be kept all the way down to only need to know basis. Like only trusted individuals that seem to be a King of Cups or a King of Wands or a King of Pentacles. It's like tight ship. This needs to be run like a very tight ship, okay? Only trusted people, nobody else. Something needs to be kept all the way to yourself. Don't tell a single soul. Don't tell anyone. The High Priestess, and whoever you are, you're going to know who this King of Swords is. It feels more like, should we keep our enemies closer? Not that one. Don't keep that enemy that close, because letting them on the boat is it's gonna pop all the bubbles. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I feel like that's only going to make sense to whoever it's meant for. So, closing words. The Emperor. Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers. Gemini energy, okay? Page of Wands. Yeah, this message is for an Emperor. So, either King of Pentacles, King of Wands, or King of Cups, okay? You're going to know what this means. Only you will know what this means. And it has to do with the future and who you're going to work together with in the future. And this has to do with a Ten of Pentacles, so something with a lot of money. Something about generational wealth, a lot of money. Yeah, when you start planning for the future about who you're going to work together with here, no rats on the ship. No rats on the ship, because they're in the smoke bubble. They are in the smoke bubble, so you don't have to keep them close, like keep your enemies closer, because they're in the bubble. They're already like shut in on something. Just don't put them on the boat. Out. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. I think I got it. Okay, so until next time, guys, bye.